Grabe na talaga mga kapatid yung galaw ng China ngayon, no? Sa ilalim ni Xi Jinping mula nung kanyang pangunahan etong China mga kapatid hindi lang basta depensa kundi parang naghahanda na talagang alam mo yon mangibabaw na sila sa buong Indo-Pacific. No, may mga bagong satellite images mga tol na nagpapakita ng mabilis na military build up mula sa missile sites hanggang sa mga bagong warships tulad ng Fujian aircraft carrier, yung bago nila ngayon mga kapatid na may mga high-tech na catapult system. Ang tanong ngayon mga katol o mga kapatid, no, hanggang saan nga ba ang kayang gawin ng China at paano ito makakaapekto sa seguridad ng rehiyon? Yan ang ating pag-uusapan mga kapatid, samahan ninyo ako.
I'm just a young nigga chillin' on it. First time I seen ice was a
Alright mga tol, welcome ulit sa ating bagong video reaction, review, commentary, opinion, criticism at kung ano-ano pa. Sabi nga rito sa panonoorin natin mula rito sa first post, China is building a war machine faster than the world expected. No? Mabilis pa mga kapatid sa inaakala ng buong daigdig. Ganun sila kabilis mga tol magsagawa o bumuo ng kanilang mga panlaban. No, alamin natin to mga tol, samahan ninyo ako, pero bago yan huwag niyong kalimutan mag-subscribe. Click nyo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify kayo whenever na may mga bago tayong reaction video tulad nito. At kung ikaw naman ay nanonood sa ating Facebook page, syempre huwag nyo rin kalimutan mag-follow. No, nasa 120,000 na followers na tayo. Maraming salamat sa ating mga bagong kaibigan. So huwag na natin patagalin pa. Total wala na rin naman tayong hinihintay na. Panoorin na natin to mga tol. Yan o, new missiles, bigger warships, China's new war machine. Sabing ganun. Beijing's rapid military modernization push. Well, mayaman sila maraming pera Tapos mahigpit ang China pagdating sa pagdating sa korupsyon, mahigpit sila. Hindi katulad sa, alam nyo na mga tol, di ba? Na ituturo na kung sino pero nakakawala pa Dito mga tol, mahigpit dito. New and upgraded missile production sites for a potential Taiwan invasion. Sabing ganun. A new and advanced aircraft carrier to challenge US naval dominance. Ooh, China's new war machine. Well, ito mga tol, panonoorin lang natin mula sa first post. Tapos i-analyze natin, bibigyan natin ng komentaryo, opinion mga tol. Samahan nyo ko, pwede rin kayo magbigay ng comment section sa ibaba.
In China, Xi Jinping is making rapid moves. He's upgrading and expanding his military. The scale of this expansion is massive and the pace is alarming. This exercise is being done across the board, on land, at sea and in the air.
Lahat, no? Land, sea, air.
Let's start with land. New satellite images have emerged. They show missile production on a large scale. There are dozens of factories, research hubs and test sites. All kinds of facilities are being expanded. More than 60% of all missile-related facilities in China have become bigger.
Ooh, grabe.
Over 2 million square meters of new floor space has been added. We are talking about an area that can house hundreds of football fields. Only here they are building weapons. Farmland and villages have been cleared. They have been replaced by new towers, bunkers and testing grounds.
Ooh.
The satellite pictures are telling. If you look closely, in some of them, you can even see missile parts.
Hindi, kasi mga tol, kung titignan nyo rin naman sa world map, sa mapa, di ba? Kung gaano talaga kalawak ang lupain ng China. No? Talagang napakalawak niyan mga tol. Kaya pagdating sa mga ganito, na nila pwede na nilang i-maximize talaga kung gusto nila maging pinakamakapangyarihan sa buong mundo. No? Pasimple, pasikreto, pero kayang-kaya nila talagang gawin yan.
Experts say this is not a routine expansion. It's the kind of scale-up that could change the military balance in Asia. In fact, they've given a name to it. They say China is building, and I'm quoting, an anti-access denial bubble.
Ooh. Anti-access denial bubble. Aiming to potentially discourage Washington from coming to Taiwan, sabi. O Taiwan's aid.
But what is the goal? The goal is to keep the US and its allies out of striking distance. You could say this is all about Taiwan. If China attacks Taiwan and America enters the conflict, then these missiles will be China's first line of defense. They could be used to hit all kinds of targets, ports, air bases, supply hubs, which is why China is producing more of them. And leading this effort is the PLA Rocket Force. The PLA is the People's Liberation Army, the Chinese army. They have a rocket force. It is the military branch which controls China's nukes and ballistic missiles. Xi Jinping calls it the core of strategic deterrence. And he's adding muscle to it by stockpiling more missiles.
So kung dito makakapatid ang matututunan mo rito yung pagiging matyaga at patience nung China. Kasi mga tol, kung titignan natin, over 60 decades na nilang gustong gustong angkinin to mga kapatid, o gusto nilang makuha etong Taiwan. Pero hindi nila ginagawa kasi nga alam naman nilang merong backup ang Taiwan di ba? Nandiyan ng Amerika. So matyaga nilang hinihintay yung pagkakataon na maiposisyon talaga nila yung puwersa nila. Katulad na lamang nitong sinasabing yung bubble nga na magdi-discourage daw sa Washington para tulungan etong Taiwan kung sakasakaling dumating na etong pinakaiintay ng China na makuha na yung Taiwan.
Although it's not clear how effective these missiles are.
Yun lang.
Remember, not too long ago, the same missile force was hit by a scandal. We told you about it on the show. They found water instead of fuel inside some of these missiles. And it was extremely embarrassing for Beijing.
Tama.
It triggered a massive military purge. President Xi removed the generals who were leading the rocket force. But now he has put the same force at the center of his defense upgrades.
Same missile yung nagkaroon ng scandal dati na natuklasan na hindi mga fuel ang laman kundi tubig. So eto nga ang nangyari, nagkaroon ng military purge, 'di ba? Paglilinis. Ang ginawa nga ni Xi Jinping, kahit yung mga pinakamalalapit sa kanya, mga talagang pinakamalapit sa kanya, pinagtatanggal niya mga top generals. Ganun yung nangyari. Siguro para ibalik yung pagtingin sa kanila na, kasi paano ka nga naman katatakutan kung ang nababalita ganun. Yung mga missile na ipinaparada mo hindi naman pala lilipad. Diba? So ganun ang ginagawa nila ngayon.
And this is just one part of the story. The military expansion is also happening at sea. This week, Beijing unveiled its most advanced warship ever. It's called the Fujian Aircraft Carrier. It officially entered service 2 days ago. Xi Jinping presided over the ceremony himself. He walked the deck, he greeted the officers, and he called them heroes of the nation.
Heroes of the nation.
The Fujian represents a huge leap for China's Navy. The carrier is equipped with an electromagnetic catapult system. What does that mean? Well, it's the kind of technology that lets aircraft launch faster, carry heavier weapons, and return safely with less strain. The Americans use the same tech on their warships, and now the Chinese have it too.
So, nauna pa lang ang Amerika, meron ng ganyan ng US, meron na rin ganyan ang China. Pero ang tanong, ito ba'y nuclear powered? Kasi yung sa US naman, nuclear powered, kaya nilang tumagal sa dagat ng walang balikan nang hindi nagkakaroon ng refueling. Kasi nga nuclear powered yun Ganito rin kaya ito. Diba? At isa pa, syempre yung nuclear, yung mga ganitong klaseng barko, kailangan dyan yung talagang tamang kasanayan. Diba? Yung expertise mo sa paggamit ng mga ganito. Which is masasabi natin mga tol na for over napakaraming taon na talagang sanay na dyan yung kanilang counterpart. Which is kasing lakas din nila o kasing laki rin nila.
The Fujian can launch more aircraft in less time with greater range and precision. Plus, it's a massive warship. The Fujian nearly matches American carriers in size, and with its induction, China has 3 active carriers now.
3 na.
Reports say it's already working on the 4th one.
Bilis, no? Diba? Eto na, And plans are underway to keep expanding the fleet, possibly shifting to nuclear-powered carriers at some point, despite...
Possibly a new...
Pero hindi pa rin ito yung pinakabago nila, hindi pa siya nuclear-powered carriers. Diba? Yun nga lang yung kinalamangan ng US kasi yung mga aircraft carrier nila is puro nuclear-powered na rin, no? Hindi kailangan kahit 2 taon pa yun sa karagatan, hindi uuwi, okay lang.
Nuclear-powered warship. The idea is to project power deep into the Western Pacific. These warships can serve as the backbone of China's naval strategy. They can sail with submarines and destroyers and constitute full carrier strike groups. Such groups can patrol far from Chinese shores. From the South China Sea to the Indian Ocean, they can be deployed anywhere. So these two developments, the surge in missile production and a new massive warship, when you put them together, what do you see? You see that China is no longer preparing just for a limited war. It is preparing to dominate the Indo-Pacific. The twin expansion shows a two-pronged strategy. China wants the capability to strike from land and to project power from sea. It wants to be able to surround and take Taiwan by force and deter the US and other powers in the wider Indo-Pacific. Washington is watching these developments closely. The Pentagon has issued an assessment. It says China's nuclear arsenal is expanding faster than other nations' arsenal.
Kaya nga kung titignan mo mga tol, no? Tama rin yung sinasabi ni Secretary Gibo Teodoro, yung 15 years na modernization program natin, masyadong matagal yun mga tol. Kasi ang halimbawa na lang etong China, di ba? Alam ko malabo na nating mahabol to, malabo na nating matapatan yan mga tol. Napakalayo ng agwat. 'Di ba? Napakalayo ng agwat. Ngayon, kung 15 years para sa modernization program natin, imagine sa loob ng 15 years kung anong klaseng development na ang nagawa ng China sa kanila. Tapos tayo, kumbaga parang ano tayo mga kapatid, pilit tayong humahabol pero dahil napakabagal natin, marating man natin yung goal natin, ang layo na nung pagitan nung ating yung ating kapitbahay, 'di ba? Kaya yung sinasabi mga kapatid na at least makatagal tayo ng 20 to 30 days kung sakasakaling magkakaroon ng labanan. Kailangan talaga natin ng matinding kasanayan nun. 'Di ba? Kailangan talaga natin ng matinding kasanayan nun kasi habang tumatagal, paikli din ng paikli yung chance na umabot tayo ng 30 days. Kung ganito kalaki, kung ganito katindi ang ipinapakita nila, well, syempre, andun pa rin yung agam-agam. Hindi, mga ano yan Gawan China made yan, mahinang klase yan Diba? Kumbaga parang pagpapalubag-loob na lang sa atin yun Pero deep inside mga to, nag-iisip din tayo, sigurado bang kakayanin natin to kung sakasakaling dumating ang labanan, 20 to 30 days, kailangan nating tumagal. Diba? Hindi sa pagiging mga kapatid, kumbaga pagiging realistic lang. Diba? Pagiging realistic lang talaga. Totoo. Tuloy natin.
China is adding around 100 new warheads every year. This is the most aggressive military build-up since the Cold War. And it's happening in plain sight. Its implications are global. China's missiles can now reach Guam. Its carriers can sail across the Indian Ocean, and its fleet can secure vital sea lanes. Xi Jinping's war machine is upgrading fast. This is not preparation for defense.
This is not preparation for defense. Sabing gano'n na, hindi yan paghahanda sa pagdepensa.
It's preparation for dominance.
For dominance. Diba? Mangibabaw. Hindi para sa depensa, kundi para sa mangibabaw. Mahigitan. Kung sino man yung gusto nilang higitan. Diba? So ngayon, kung pag-uusapan natin mga tol, ano ba ang number one problema ng ating bansa? Bakit nahihirapan tayong umunlad? Bakit yung Taiwan na pagkaliit-liit mga tol, kung titignan nyo, malaki pa nga yung Luzon, bakit naunahan tayo? Kailan lang naman sila naging bansa 'Di ba? O kailan lang ba naging bansa ang Taiwan, 'di ba? Nung nagkaroon ng civil war doon sa China, 'di ba? Yung mga natalo nila, yung Kuomintang, 'di ba? Lumipat doon sa Taiwan, doon sila nagsimula ng gobyerno nila. Pero tignan mo naman, tihamak na mas maunlad sila kumpara sa atin. Bakit? Ang number one kasing pumapatay talaga ng isang bansa is matinding korupsyon. Alam na natin 'yun mga tol. So alam natin ang kasagutan. Hanggat hindi nawawala ang korupsyon, hanggat pinagtatakpan, hanggat may mga ganyang mga magkakamag-anak na sila lang ang nagpapatakbo, wala. Ganito ang mangyayari sa ating bansa. Anyway mga kapatid, bilang mga Pilipino, ano ang inyong masasabi dyan? Comment na lamang kayo sa ibaba. Hanggang sa muli, ako nga pala si Shobaldi. Peace out.